We sang that Jaya Jaya Giri Jaya Jaya Giri Vararaj Kisori. No, what is it? It's a prayer.
जय जय गिरिवरराज किशोरी जय महेश मुख चंद चकोरी जय गजवदन षडानन माता जगत जननी दामिनी दुतिगाता नहीं तव आदि मध्यवसाना अमित प्रभाव वेदु नहीं जाना भव भव विभव पराभवकारी विश्व विमोहनी स्ववस विहारिणी पति देवता सती महु मातु प्रथम तमरे महिमा अमित न कही कही सहस सारद शेष सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय
Sita ji went to pray after seeing Ramchandra ji. Jaya Jaya Girivara Raja Kisori, Hey Parvati Devi, beloved of Lord Shiva, you are the mother of Gajanan and Shadanan. Your Mahima and glory cannot be described by anyone. Among the names of Pativratas, your name is on the topmost. Anyone worship you, that person's desires will be fulfilled. O Mother, you are in the hearts of everyone, and you know what is there in my heart. Therefore, I am not going to be explicit. Please see that my wish is fulfilled. And you can see in Bhagavatam also, Tulsidaji was very much influenced by Bhagavatam. Rukmini, when she went to the Parvati to praise, the same words are used there, exactly same prayer. Because Rukmini is none other than Sita ji. Now at that time there was a smile on the face of Parvati Devi's murti. The garland that was on the neck just fell down like a prasad. Sita ji took it, and at that time Parvati Devi spoke, Hey Sita, listen, my blessings are with you. They never go in vain. Your wish will be fulfilled. And to the one you have given your heart, you will get him. Please know that compassionate Lord also know about your love. He also loves you. And when she got this blessing, Sita ji was so pleased, and all her Sakhis were also delighted. They worshipped Devi again and again and returned home. Now she goes back to her palace. Here Rama is thinking about the beauty of Sita ji and came back to his Guru. And whatever happened in the garden, he narrated to Vishwamitra Rishi. Bhagavan was so transparent. No, nothing hiding. Then they had their food and rest. In the evening, moon rose. Ramchandraji saw the moon rise and remembered his beloved Sitaji's face. He said, there is a comparison to moon with her face. He said, there is no comparison. Because this moon is waxing and waning, and there is eclipse also. Her face is not like that. It will be unfair to her. You compare her face with moon. Then thinking like this, then there is a lot of description are there in Part-2 Ramayana. He compared her with Saraswati, Devi Sarada. Then he said, no, she is beautiful, but she is very talkative. Like that. There is Lakshmi ji also. Lakshmi is also because, Lakshmi is, she is not like Lakshmi. She came from the ocean. And also she is wealthy. So she has got that little pride that I am wealthy. Like that, each one he rejects. But then saying this, he slept. And next morning they woke up and got ready. At that time, the priest of Janaka Maharaj, Shantananda Maharaj. Now, this Shatananda was the son of Ahalya and Gautama Rishi. And this Janaka Maharaj requested Shatananji to invite Vishwamitraji and the two boys to the court where all arrangements were done for that Dhanush Yajna. Vishwamitraji said to Ram Lakshman, let us get ready and go so that Sita Swayamvar, for that Sita Swayamvar, let us go. Let us see who is that lucky person who wins her hand. Lakshmana said, Maharaj, whoever you bless, that person will get lucky. And there was tremendous crowd gathered there because everyone knew there Ram Lakshman also will be there. So Janaka Maharaj was surprised to see huge crowd suddenly coming and asked Sevas to make extra arrangements quickly. According to their status designation, all people were given proper seating. And at that time, these two princes entered. People thought that the beauty has assumed a form and entered there. So, Narasya Abharanam Rupam. The ornament of man is his look. Rupasya Abharanam Gunam. The ornament of look is his virtue. Gunasya Abharanam Jnanam. The ornament for virtue is knowledge. Jnanasya Abharanam Kshama. The ornament for knowledge is forgiveness. A man who is perfect cannot stand the imperfection of other people because they become perfectionist. A perfectionist is the one who takes a lot of pain and distribute to others because he expects everyone to be perfect. Kshama means the one who can accept everyone as they are with their defect. And Ram Lakshman entered there. When they entered there, it appeared as though two moons have entered. And all other Rajas and Rajakumaras assembled, they were like small stars. And at that time, but different people looked at them and what they felt and what they saw according to their mental makeup. So Siddhaji describes after the 240 Doha.
आए, मनहु मनोहर तातन जाए, गुण सागर नागर भर पीरा, सुंदर श्यामल गौर शरीरा, राज समाज विराजत रूरे, उड़गन महु जनु जुग विदु पूरे, जिनके रही भावना जैसी, प्रभु मूरति तिन देखी तैसी, एक ही रूप महारण रीरा, मनहु वीर रसु धरे शरीरा, डरे कुटिल नृप प्रभु ही निहारी, मनहु भयानक घोर दीवारी, रहे असुर छल छेन विदेशा, दीन प्रभु प्रगट काल सम देखा, पुरवासिन देखे नो भाई, नरभूषण लोचन सुखदाई, बिलोकहि हर्षिहि निज निज रुचि अनुरूप, जनु सोहत सिंगार धरी, मूरति परम धूप, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
Bhagavan entered the Sabha. Different people saw that, and how it appeared to them is said here beautifully. Those who were great warriors, great kings, when they saw Ram Lakshman, they saw in them the very sentiment of valor. Veerarasam assumed these two forms. Dhare Kutila, there were some coward people who were kings, they got scared. Sentiments of fear entered their mind. Rahe Asura Chala, those who were Asuras, disguised as kings sitting there, they thought as though their death is entering. And those were the citizens of Janakpuri, when they saw it was a feast to their eyes. All the women folk, they were there, they thought of them, these two boys, as per their bhavana. Some are elderly ones, and they had Vatsalya Bhava, equal age, friendliness, Nija Nija Ruchi, whatever their bhava, they thought one thing was common, that everyone thought that Ram Lakshmana were the beauty incarnate. For those who studied Vedas, he appeared as Virat Purusha. All the relatives of Janaka Maharaj, when they looked at Ram Lakshman, they said, we are related to these boys in many lives. And Videha Maharaj and his queen, when they saw, they felt like their young children. Yogis felt that Paramatma on whom we are meditating, that Paramatma alone appeared here. Those who are Saguna Bhaktas, they felt their beloved Lord of their heart alone appeared there. What about Sita ji? The way Sita ji was looking at Ramchandra ji, the joy and happiness that she was experiencing cannot be described in words, because for her, he was everything. Nija Sarvasva. Even Sita ji could not have described what she was feeling inside her heart. So a poet like me, how can he describe? I will not even try. Tulsidaji says. In this way, all of them saw the Lord differently. One thing is that Rama and Lakshmana stole their hearts. Now everyone was seated according to their position and status. There was a munch seat kept in high position where all the dignitaries were seated. Vishwamitra ji with Ram Lakshman, along with Videharaj and others. All hopeful kings, when they saw Ram, Lakshman, they felt they lost their chance. There is no use sitting here. There is no doubt that Rama is going to break that bow. Someone said, when Sitaji see Rama, she will not mind the bow, but come and garland him. He will choose him only. Therefore, why should we sit here? Better get up and go. Others said, those who are ignorant, arrogant, they said, we cannot accept defeat like that. Before even the game started, how can she marry Ram unless the conditions are fulfilled? Even death comes, we will fight with him and we will win Sitaji. And those who are righteous kings were also there. They were devotees. They only just smiled. Then they said, don't go on prattling and boasting. Only by imaginary food you cannot satiate your hunger. Therefore, please listen to our advice. O foolish kings, please do not look at Ram, Lakshman and Sitaji only as Rajkumaras and Rajkumari. Please understand this Sitaji is Jagat Janani. She is the mother of the whole universe and this Rama is the father. They are Mata Pita of this world and we are so fortunate and lucky that we are going to witness their wedding. Because this is a Leela for them. At the age of 60, now generally in the age of 60 they enact their wedding so that children can see their parents' wedding. Here we are getting to see the wedding of Paramatma and Adishakti. Then Janaka Maharaj asked to bring Sitaji there. Then announced the condition to win the hands of Sitaji. Please listen that the bow that is kept here is Shivadanush. It is so heavy that hundreds of people cannot lift it just like that. Anyone who is able to lift it, bend it, string it, then whoever that person is, Sitaji will marry that person without any second thought. Even Ravan also had come here and Banasur came, but nothing happened. The moment they heard the condition, now Raja stood up. The king who was in the first row was very happy. He got the first chance. He got up and tried to lift it with the left hand. Only hand came up, nothing. Then both the hands, nothing happened. The second person was praying that he should fail. Second person comes, same condition. Then another comes, had slip disc. I came back. Some of them observing this, they did not go there at all. It looks like the bow is becoming heavier and heavier. Since individually we cannot do, let us do collectively. Now look at this. 10,000 kings came one time and tried to lift. This is foolishness. If they succeed in this, whom Sitaji will marry? But they could not lift. That bow did not move a wee bit, like suppose there is a Pativrata chaste woman. A person is trying to tempt her by saying something, but she will not be affected by his words. There are Sitaji's examples. All these things became laughing stock. Now, like a sannyasi without vairagya in his mind. All of them gave up and sat down. Then Raja Janak saw this and he got upset and he got up and said, Deep ke. Bhupati Nana. From different islands and countries, the kings and princes have come here. Even I know there are some devatas are also here disguised as a king. and they all could not succeed at all. I think the whole world is bereft of, devoid of any man of valor, Veera Purusha, in this world. The world has become Veeraheen. Now give up your hope and go home to your own country. Let her remain unmarried. Now, when he said Veerahi, Veeraviheen, Lakshman cannot stand any insult of Ramchandraji. And Sri Rama is sitting here, how dare Janaka Maharaj say there is no Veera Purush here? Now he was choking. If I don't speak, I will get choked. So, but Guru is there, brother is there. They don't like, suppose I say something, but he is that nothing doing, I am going to say. This is not the time for formalities. He stood up and bowed down to Ramchandraji and Bhagavan and Swami and Bhagavan understood what is happening. Here comes fire. Now the choppa is 252. Is that? Raghuvam Sinamahu. Is that? रघुवंशिन महु जहा को होई तेहि समाज अस कहई न कोई. In any assembly where any person from the dynasty of Raghu is present, nobody dare say such a thing. That there is no Veera Purusha in this world. Even when there is an ordinary person is there, one cannot say. Then what to talk about when Raghuvamsha Shiromani, Raghuvamsha Mani Bhushan, Bhagavan Ramchandraji is present in this assembly. O Lord, please listen. I am not saying because of arrogance, but it is a simple statement of fact that if I get your permission or blessing, the cosmos I can lift it like a play ball And like an unbaked pot can break the whole Brahmand also. Or I can lift the Meru mountain also like a uprooting like a carrot. I know all these are due to the strength of your glory. What to talk about this old bow? Bhagavan, if you permit me, I will show them like a lotus stem I can lift, and holding that I can run 100 miles. And I tell you, if I cannot do that, then I will never wield any bow and arrow in my hand. When Lakshmana said these words, everyone started trembling. What this little boy is saying? He is just a teenager. Strange thing is, Vishwamitraji heard, Ramchandraji heard, but both of them did not say anything to stop him. They were happy, and Sitaji was also happy. At least somebody is saying, doing something. Lakshmana's anger was not for himself. Only when somebody insults Rama, then he gets angry. And it was not uncontrolled. Only Bhagavan just indicated, looked at him, come and sit near. And Lakshmana calmed down, sat near him. You see, Bhagavan Rama was sitting there quietly all the time. He did not get up and go first. Suppose he had lifted the bow and broke it, the other kings will say, we did not get a chance to try. Now everyone tried, but nothing happened. Now Vishwamitra Rishi also did not ask him at that time. Now it is so beautiful. It is said, Vishwamitra Samaya Sabujani.
विश्वामित्र समय शुभ जानी बोले अति स्नेहमय वाणी उठहु राम बंजहु भव चापा नीतहु तात जनक परितापा सुनि गुरु बचन चरण सिरुनावा हर्षु विषादुन कछूर आवा ताड़े भयति सहज सुभाए धवनि जुगा मृगराजु लगाए उदित उदयगिरि मंच पर रघुबर बाल पतंग बिकसे संत सरोज सब हर्षे लोचन भृंग सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय.
Vishwamitra felt that it is the right time. The right time has come. Bole ati sanehamaya vani. He spoke most affectionately to Ramchandraji. Utahu Rama banjahu bhavachapa. Hey Ram, get up and break that bow. He is confident he will do it. And remove the distress and worries of Janaka Maharaj. Listening to his Guru's words, Bhagavan got up and prostrated before his Guru, and without elation or dejection, Harashu Vishaduna Kachu Uru Ava. Balance, complete balance of mind. No elation or dejection, no excitement. Like a lion, he walked. He got up from the dais like an early morning sun rises from the eastern horizon. When sun rises, the lotus opens up. Vikase Sand Saroja Sabha, and all the saints and saintly people are sitting there. They were like lotuses. They felt so happy. And their eyes were like bees drinking the beauty of Bhagavan. So Tulsidaji's metaphor is always complete. The night of other Rajas, hopes disappeared. Like when the sun rises, all the stars disappear. The hopes are compared here, the Rajas, stars are compared here with the hopes of Rajas. How it disappeared when the sun rises. And Bhagavan slowly and steadily walked towards that bow. And all those citizens and relatives of Janaka Maharaj, now in one hand filled with joy and also eager and anxious. Mixed feelings were there in their mind and started praying to their ancestors, Ishtadevatas, Bhagavan, whatever merit that we have acquired, please see that the result goes to Ramchandraji. Then he is able to lift that bow successfully. And Sitaji's mother, she was also watching that. She became so over anxious and called her friend near and said, when all these heroes and mighty warriors could not even move that Shivadanush, this little boy, how is he able to do? Why he is going there even to try? I don't understand. And what happened to my husband? Guru Vishwamitra also are sitting there. Can't they see this is not to be done? One side her mind says, Rama should marry my daughter. At that time, her Sakhi said, O Queen, the one who is bright and brilliant and mighty in appearance, he may be small, but you should never underestimate their power. A mantra of Devata is always small, but when he chants, the Devata will come under his control, and Devata is compelled to bless him. Or a huge elephant is controlled by a small Ankush. Please remember what all things he achieved and don't underestimate him. And he is the one who killed Tataka like Rakshasi and Subahu, Maricha, etc. and protected. And with his touch, Ahalya became Ahalya. So think about it. So after hearing the words of Sakhi, she felt good. Now Sitaji start praying to Ganeshi, Parvati, Shiva, Bhagavan. All of you bless him so that the Dhanush become lighter. Her prayer. Earlier the citizen prayed to give him strength. These 2 points are important here. Because someone prayed to the Lord saying, Bhagavan, my problems are huge. Give me strength to face it. And some other will say, Bhagavan, please take away the problem. This is how we pray. Sitaji, when she looks at the bow, she shudders and then she remembers the prowess of Rama. She feels good. Also, she remembered that Devi Parvati had already blessed her. Her mind was oscillating, but one reassuring thought arises in her mind. There is a law that if someone has genuine, 100% complete, unwavering love for someone, that person will certainly get it. And my Rama is my true love, so there is no doubt that he will be mine. Bhagavan also looked at her with the corner of his eyes and he saw, for Sitaji, every moment is appearing like a cycle of yuga, age. He thought if I delay, she will collapse. Then afterwards, what is the use of breaking the bow? Thinking thus, he reaches the bow. Now here Lakshmana watching every movement of the Lord and fixes his toe to the earth, warning the earth, when the Lord lift the bow and break it, you will not be able to withstand the force. Be aware. Here Ramchandraji offered his prayers to his Guru mentally and lifted the bow easily. People saw Ramchandraji steadily walking towards the Dhanush, but when he lifted the bow, bent that bow, nobody could see. It suddenly happened so fast. Everything was in slow motion, and last it was so fast, only they heard the noise. And suddenly that Dhanush broke, and the sound resounded the whole universe. He just dropped the pieces there. People looking at it were so happy. Bhagavan stood there as if nothing has happened. Then there rose some Jai Jaikar and Mridangam and musical instrument playing. Then Sakhis told Sitaji, come on now, it is your turn. Because of over emotion, she could not move. Slowly got up and wanted to put the garland on his neck. And Rama was taller and she was small, short. And she came near Ramchandraji and looked at him and indicated that, bend down a little bit. Thoda chuko. Bhagavan said, before marriage you start asking me to bend. But Bhagavan bent a little and she put the garland on him. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai. You know, Sita Kalyanam. So Ramchandraji got officially married. Now, now later elaborate marriage will come.
पवनज स्तुति पात्र पावन चरित्र पवनज स्तुति पात्र पावन चरित्र रवि सोमवर नेत्र रमणीय गात्र पवनज स्तुति पात्र पावन चरित्र रवि सोमवर नेत्र रमणीय गात्र सीता कल्याण वैभोग में रामा कल्याण वैभोग में भक्तजन परिपाल भरित शरजाल भक्तजन परिपाल भरित शरजाल भुक्ति मुक्ति तलील भूदेव बाल भक्तजन परिपाल भरित शरजाल भुक्ति मुक्ति तलील भूदेव बाल सीता कल्याण वैभोग में राम कल्याण वैभोग में परमेश नूत गीत भव जलधि पोत परमेश नूत गीत भव जलधि पोत तरणि कुल संजात त्यागराज नूत परमेश नूत गीत भव जलधि पोत तरणि कुल संजात त्याग त्यागराजनूत सीता कल्याण वैभोगमे रामा कल्याण वैभोगमे वैभोगमे वैभोगमे
This breaking Shivadharash remind me a joke, so I'll tell you. In India, we have these schools, government schools. There, the inspector goes and inspect the class. After the inspector certifies, then the grant is given. So one of the occasion, one inspector went to the class and he told the teacher, I am in a hurry, but I will ask us one question. If they answer that, I will write a good report. Teacher said, okay, you can ask. So the inspector sat there and asked to the whole class, who broke Shivadhanush? Nobody answered. So he went round the class, stood in front of a child, asked, who broke Shivadhanush? He got up shivering. Sir, I didn't break. Now he looked at the teacher. What are you teaching? This is what you are teaching. And the teacher said, sir, I tell you one thing. I know this boy for the last 1 year in my class. He is very honest. If he say he didn't break, he didn't break. Now, think of the condition of the inspector. He got so furious. I asked a simple question. The student doesn't know, I can understand. But the teacher also doesn't know. He went to the principal of the school. He was so angry. He was furious, red all over. And the principal looked at him, what happened to you? Hey, come sit down. I will get some Coca-Cola, calm down. He said, I went to the class, I asked a simple question. The student doesn't know, I can understand. But the teacher also doesn't know what kind of school you are running. Then he asked, what did you ask? Then I asked a simple question, who broke Shivadhanush? Nobody knows. And the principal looked at him and said, look, this school has got 5,000 children. Every day somebody breaks something or other. Why are you making a big deal? We pay some compensation and forget about it. Now, inspector, look at this. He became furious. And not only furious, he was mad. And he just didn't say anything. He got onto his motorbike and went to his boss, Superintendent of Education. It is a political appointment, nothing to do with education. Like in Kerala, the education minister has not gone to school. That is a political thing. And he went and started giving a lecture to the boss that we have to completely change the system of this teachers training program. That we should include cultural education, we should teach them Ramayana, Bhavaradam, all these things and all that. He said that. Then he said, why are you giving me the lecture now? He said, I went to the school, I asked a simple question. That student doesn't know, I can understand. Teacher doesn't know, that also I can understand. But the principal also doesn't know. What kind of school we are running? And you send me to inspect this kind of school. And the superintendent looked at him and said, let us appoint an inquiry committee. It's a political situation. Now when he said that, this man thought it is an insult to work under such a person who doesn't even know a simple answer. Who broke Shivdanush? He resigned his job and went to home. Still he was angry himself inside. And he was walking up and down in the house, and she asked, wife asked, hey, what happened to you? I resigned my job. What? It's a government job. Without doing anything, you get your money. Why are you resigning such a good job? He said, see, I felt insulted working under such people. What happened? And he explained the whole thing. And she asked, what did you ask? So he said, who broke Shivadanush? She looked at him. Why are you asking difficult question from Mahabharata? Now what will he do? I heard afterwards he took sannyas. Now when I told this story one place, after the lecture is over, one lady was waiting outside to ask me a question. She asked me, Swamiji, are you that inspector? I said, Amma, I never got married. So, after breaking the Shivadanush, you know who broke Shivadanush? Okay. Sitaji's marriage was under a condition that anyone who is able to lift the bow of Lord Shiva, bend it, and if it breaks, he would marry her. And that Bhagavan Ramchandraji could do, and that wedding happened as per the condition. But you think those kings filled with lust and greed will accept that easily? Sometimes they kept quiet and suddenly they started making noise. Because he broke the bow by luck, he is qualified to wed Sitaji? No way. He will have to win us. Now Janaka Maharaj, Sitaji, they all thought that what is this now Vignam, obstacles, another obstacle. Lakshmanji was looking at them with fire in his eyes, but he did not say anything. And another turn of event. Now Tulsidaji is dramatizing here very beautifully. Suddenly they got news that Parshuram is coming, entering the palace. Now all of you know about Parshuram. He was the son of Jamadagni Rishi and Renuka Devi, born as Brahmin, but all the time he had an axe in his hand. That is called Parashu. And at that time, when his avatar took place, he is also Amsha Avatara of Bhagavan Vishnu. The Kshatriyas became extremely arrogant, misbehaving with Rishi Munis. And even that king called Sahasrabahu, he misbehaved, he was ruling wrongly. Then Parshuramji said, I will teach them a lesson. It is said 21 rounds he destroyed the Kshatriyas. Therefore, they were so scared of his name. The moment they hear the name Parshuram, they will run to hide. Because it is said, if he used to look at someone with great love and affection, that man will die. So, what to tell when he looks at with anger? Therefore, as soon as they heard Parshuramji entering, immediately all these kings who were making all kinds of noise, they all came, they stopped everything, they all came, touched his feet, and someone hid under the seat, and someone who was given the seat at the exit row, now he is very happy. He could get out quietly. Janaka Maharaj went and did namaskar. Vishwamitraji and Ram Lakshman did namaskar. Then he saw the broken Shivadhanush. Earlier he used to carry that Dhanush. Who broke it? Immediately asked, who broke it? Bring that person to me. But Ramchandraji very softly said, Maharaj, only your sevak can do that. Sevak, servant is meant to preserve things, not break it. Lakshman said, actually he did not break. He touched it, but it broke. What can he do? It is an old rusty bow. Why are you getting angry over an old bow? Rama looked at him and said, this is not an old bow. Everyone said, from our childhood onwards we have been breaking the bows. It is not something new. Now why are you getting angry? So it is Lord Shiva's bow. For us all bows are equal. Samadarishi. Parshuram lifted his axe. I am going to finish you now, impertinent fellow. Vishwamitraji said, he is only a child. Please forgive him. Then he looked at Vishwamitraji and said, since you are saying his life is spared, otherwise he would have been dead by now. And there is a conversation between this Parashurama and Lakshmana. It's very interesting. See, there are two places very interesting in Tulsidaji Ramayana. Because this is not there in Valmiki Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana, Parshuram comes when they were going back to Ayodhya. That time, this kind of conversation is not there. But Tulsidaji brings out this very interestingly. And this is one episode. Another one is in Lanka Kant. There's a Angada and Ravana conversation. Also very interesting conversation. Ramchandraji comes and very softly he speaks. Between these two brothers, Ram is Shant and the little one, I don't want to look at him. Lakshmana said, if you don't want to look at me, close your eyes. Again he got angry. This goes on for some time. Now everybody is trembling in fear because they do not know what is going to happen. Parshuramji said, you both are playing game with me. One is good cop and other one is bad cop. Both are same. Then Rama thought, enough is enough. He said, Maharaj, we are not afraid of anything. You are a Brahmana and a Rishi, Rishiputra, and therefore with respect and honor we are speaking to you. Parshuram said, I want to see your power. This was Shivadhanush. I have Vishnu Dhanush with me. I want to see if you can bend it or string this bow. So Ramchandra said, okay, show me. So when Parshuram gave this Vishnu Dhanush, the Dhanush automatically went to Ramchandraji because it recognized his master. Bhagavan stretched his hand and said, please give. Then what happened was that Dhanush on its own went to the Lord Rama because that Dhanush recognized his own Lord. Remember, Bhagavan's all weapons are not inert, insentient. They don't have to carry any weapon. Just think of them, they appear. Lord Krishna, think of Sudarshana, it will appear for him. So Vishnu Dhanush went straight to Lord Rama. Now when he saw that, Parashurama recognized in Rama, and he said, now my job is over, because in the Kshatriya Vamsha, someone has come who can do Dharma Sthapanam. Before going there, the beautiful prayer for Ram, Lakshmana, for both. It is 284th part. It is there. Huh?
भानु गहन तनुज कुल दहन कृसानु जय सुरभिप्र धेनु हितकारी जय मद मोह गोह ब्रह्महारी विनयशील करुणा गुण सागर जयति वचन रचना अति नागर सेवक सुखद सुभग सब अंग जय शरीर जपि कोटि अनंगा करो गाह मुख एक प्रशंसा जय महेश मन मानस हंसा अनुचित बहुत कहे अज्ञाता जवहु क्षमा मंदिर दुराता कहे जय 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 रघुकुल केतु भृगुपति गए बनहि तप हेतु अपभयं कुटिल महीपति रानी जलतः कायर गाहि कराले देवन दीनि दुन्दुभि प्रभु पर बरसहि फूल हर्षे पुर नर नारी सब मिटी मोह मय सूल सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय
Parashuramji said, you both are abode of forgiveness too, and therefore, please forgive me. And saying that, he went away from there, and his avatar karya was over. He is Chiranjeevi. He went to Mahendra Parvat and continued his tapas. You will see Parashuramji in Mahabharat also. Mahabharata time also you can see. Here again, now finally Shanti. And all those kings dare not say anything, because Parashuramji himself bowed down to Rama and Lakshmana, and better we say nothing. Because if we say one word more, our place in Yamalok is reserved immediately. Now everyone was pleased. As far as wedding is concerned, it is over. But formal wedding should happen. Vishwamitraji, Shantananda Maharaj were there. They said a formal wedding should take place as in Ayodhya. None knows. So immediately we should send messenger. Fast news should reach Dasharatha Maharaj, and they must come here. The Bharat should come, then we will have all festivities. And messengers were immediately sent. Nowadays, people text message every 10 minutes. But Ram Lakshman went with Vishwamitra Rishi, no news. Dasharatha Maharaj, whose life is Rama, and without seeing him, how he counted the days of separation. So when he got the news, some messenger has come from Mithila Nagari, he immediately said, let him come here and tell us the news. And messenger gave the letter. Maharaj is sitting, and Bharata Shatrughna heard, they also came running. Father, what is the news? And then they read the news and learned all that had happened. Also, the messenger elaborately told all the news. Ever since Rama Lakshman went with Vishwamitra, starting from Tadaka to Sita Swayamvaram, he informed. King Joyce cannot be described. He asked Vasishtaji what is to be done. Why wait? Let us start. All the men went to the wedding. As they were going place to place, great reception was given to them. All this wedding party felt this Janaka Maharaj has made all arrangements for us so nicely. Actually, Janaka Maharaj also did not know. It was done by Sita ji. She is Bhagavan's Maya. Only by Sankalpa, everywhere arrangements were made. And that was known only to Bhagavan Ram. Maharaj Dasharatha was eager to meet Ram Lakshman. And when they met, their joy knew no bounds. Now Vasishtaji, Vishwamitraji, Shantananda, Janaka Maharaj, all were there. Now the proper marriage should take place. Interesting thing happened. Janaka Maharaj and Shantanandaji said for Vishwamitra Rishi, Maharaj, Ram Vivaha will take place all right, but you know, Sita ji has one sister and her name is Urmila. And you have one Lakshmana also here. Why not they also get married? Oh, very good. Then someone said, Maharaj, you have a brother, Kushadhwaj, and he also has 2 daughters. And we have 2 boys here. So Rama will marry Sita, Lakshmana will marry Urmila, Bharat marry Mandavi, and Shatrughna will marry Shrutakirti. In one marriage, 4 marriages take place. From this we know people go to marriage for this purpose only. Attending one marriage, they find grooms and brides for eligible bachelors. These 4 brothers were of noble character. So too these 4 sisters were also of noble characters. You don't hear much about them. Sometimes you hear about Urmila a little bit, but not otherwise. But they were totally one with their husbands. Now, after 325 Doha, Baite Barasa.
बैठे वरासन राम जानकी मुदित मन दशरथ भये तनु पुलक पुनि पुनि देखी अपने सुकृत सुर तरु फल नये भरि भुवन रहु छाहु राम विवाहु भा सभी कहा केहि भांति बरनि सिरा तरसना एक कहु मंगलु महान। तब जनक पाई वशिष्ठ आयसु ब्याह साज सवारी गए मांडवी श्रुत कीर्ति उर्मिला कुंवरी लई इंगारी गए कुसकेतु कन्या प्रथम जो गुणशील सुख शोभामयी सब रीति प्रीति समेत करिसो ब्याहि नृप भरत हिदहि जानकी लघु भगिनी सकल सुंदरी शिरोमणि जानिके सोतनय दीनी ब्याहि लखनहि सकल विधि सन्मानिके जहि तामु श्रुत लखि सकुचहि हर्षहि सब मुदित सुन्दरता सराहहि सुमन सुरगण बरषहि सुन्दरी सुन्दर बरह सह सब एक मंडप राजहि जनु जीवन अस्ता विभुन सहित विराजहि निज गिरा पावनि करन कारण राम जसु तुलसी कहो रघुवीर चरित अपार बारिदि पारु कवि कोने लयो अपवित चाह उचाह मंगल सुनि जे सादर गावहि वैदेहि राम प्रसाद ते जन सर्वदा सुख पावहि.
Now, in one mandapa, Ram, Lakshman, Bharata, Shatrugna and their wedding took place. The pairs are also mentioned here. Now, Janaka Maharaj tells Ramchandraji, and this is called Kanyadanam. This my daughter, Yam Sita Mama Suta. She is in our Vedic tradition, Sahadharma Charitava, the one who supports her husband to perform all dharmas. She cooperates and follows Pativrata Mahabhaga Chaya Iva Anugata Tava. She will follow you like your shadow. This wedding is very, very special. One side it is all joy, but then the emotion that is there when they hand over the daughter's hand to the bridegroom, that is inexplicable. Feelings are very deep. After wedding, then there is feast. Now Tulsidas ji, when it comes to wedding, he is very slow. He goes into all details. Now who are all come there, he gives detailed descriptions are there. Because it seems the whole ceremony was done by Vedas. All the 4 Vedas took form and they become the Ritviks, Brahmanas, and they conducted the wedding. And all the Trimurti, Devatas, the Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, all of them came disguised as ordinary people and then mingled with the crowd. And Brahmaji, Shivji, everybody was there watching. All Devatas are also there watching the wedding of Bhagavan. And afterwards, this wedding is over, ceremony was over, then there is a feast. And the description of feast also given, very detailed. And in North, you go to this wedding, you see a strange phenomena. On one hand, they force you to eat. At the same time, they sing such a kind of song, taunting each other for overeating. They, Jata mat khavo, pet dukhega. Don't eat too much, stomach will pain. Tulsidas has written all that very elaborately. At the same time, they were enjoying. After a few days, Dasharatha Maharaj said, let us make a move. But Janaka Maharaj said, a few more days, what is the hurry? But later on, Vasishtaji and Dasharatha Maharaj said, your love and affection is wonderful. But please remember, in Ayodhya also, their mothers are waiting and people are waiting to see their brides. Finally, Janaka Maharaj made arrangement for their journey back. Janaka Maharaj accompanied them up to the border. When he reached the border, Vasishtaji and Vishwamitraji told Janaka Maharaj, please return to your place. And this whole wedding party returned to Ayodhya. Now, can you imagine the reception and the joy that happened there? We can't describe or imagine completely. Last chanda before Balakand is concluded, it is most beautiful chandas. Nijagira Pavani. End of
निज गिरा पावनी करण कारण राम जसु तुलसी कयो रघुवीर चरित अभार भारी दीपारु कवि कोने लख्यो उपवीत व्याह उचाह मंगल सुनिज सादर गावही बैदेहि राम प्रसाद ते जन सर्वदा सुख पावही
Siyar Kuvera Vivahuje. It's not there. Sorta. Nijagira Pavari Karana Karana Rama Jasu. I sang this Rama, yes, glory of Rama, only to purify my speech. The idea is we all have this speech, great gift from the Lord. But what do we do with that gift? Kabirdaji says the speech is given to us to sing the glory of Lord. And what do we do? There are two type of people, gossip, number two, bore. The difference is they use their speech. Go on talking. A bore person is the one who sings his own glory. Gossip talk about other people. We use our God-given speech either to glorify ourselves or condemning or criticizing others. Sometimes bad words, vulgar words, all kinds of words we use. And our vani is impure in this way. If our body gets impure, we can use our soap to clean it. But for our speech, what are we going to do? The only way to purify our speech is sing the glory of Lord. Therefore, I sang the glory, the story of Bhagavan to purify my speech. Tulsidaji says, Bhagavan Rama's whole life story is like a vast ocean. Even all poets come together and start singing his glory, still they will not be able to exhaust the glories of the Lord. In this Balakand, we saw his Upavitam, Upadayanam, Samskar, his wedding and all the celebration. This is all auspicious. And those who listen to this and those who sing this with great reverence, then with the grace of Lord Rama and Sitaji, they find all happiness. Happiness that we experience as a grace of Lord is different as opposed to the worldly pleasures. Bhagavan Ramchandraji is the very embodiment of auspiciousness, and therefore anything about him also is auspicious. Therefore, those who sing this story with devotion, auspiciousness will come in their life. In this way, the first canto named Balakanda is complete here. This is concluded here, but we go back and think of the same for the deep meaning. Because Vedas gives instruction, but the Ramayana gives demonstration. It is a book of education. Also what is called, we read ethics, morality, etc. But what is morality, ethics, only by reading that we don't understand. So this is a Dharma Shastra. Nowadays the term people like is value-based education, value-based politics, etc. Higher than that, it is called spiritual science. So these stories, they give us value education and art of self-unfoldment, spiritual enlightenment, and in Ramcharitmanas itself, Goswami has in place and place to place, he has given the symbolism also, the spiritual significance of the story. In fact, in his book Vinaya Patrika, the whole song is written to give the spiritual significance of Ramayana. As we saw, when Ramchandraji was born, he showed his form with 4 hands as Vishnu Rupa to fulfill the promise he gave to his parents. The first and foremost principle of Dharma is to fulfill the promise. During the entire Balakand, you will notice Ramchandraji is demonstrating what are the duties and responsibilities the son should have towards his parents or a disciple should have to his guru. Now to the story. Ram Lakshman goes with Vishwamitra Rishi, and first Tataka comes in the way. Tataka was killed by Bhagavan Ramchandraji. Her sons were only Maricha and Subahu. Subahu was killed and Maricha was thrown away. Goswami Tusidaji says, Tataka sitting in our heart is called Durasha, false hopes and false desires. When we have these false hopes and desires, her sons are one, dukkha and dosha. Sorrow and some negative thoughts arises in the mind. We have this false hope that more we possess, more happy we will be. Why so much corruption? Because of false hope, as our happiness lies in acquiring material thing. And once that thought is there, then by any method we want to get wealth. This is called dosha. And result is dukkham, because something that they are searching is not found. And hence their hopes are shattered. Bhagavan kills that Durasha Rupi Tataka and kills Dukkha Rupi Subahu and corrects Dosha Rupi Bharija. Then Ahalya story, even though she was a Rishipatni, she was very good. One weak moment she gave in, mistake committed, but tapas alone atoned the sin, and the curse also became blessing later on. And with Bhagavan touch, she regained her glory from the state of rock. Our buddhi is very good, but sometimes wrong tendencies take possession. And Bhagavan touch is the touch of Viveka, Jnanam. When that knowledge comes, we realize, oh, what did I do? Bhagavan makes you realize your mistake and correct it. Now comes the wedding. Rama is Supreme Brahman and Adishakti is Sita Ji. They will have to remain together. Rama is Jnana Sarup and Sita is Bhakti Sarup. Rama is Ananda, bliss, and Sita is Shanti. That is why when Sadashiva Brahmendra sang Shanti Videha Sudha Sahachari Dagara Ayodhya Nagara Vihari. So you will see Brahman and Shakti or Jnana and devotion and bliss and peace, only they can remain together. Now in this story what we find is when these foolish kings, when they wanted Sita Ji as their wife, what are they desiring? Think the entire Srishti that is in front of us, is it not the expression of that Paramatma's Prakriti? Majority of people think that this world is meant for their enjoyment. But those who have some sense, they say that this world is not for some enjoyment and pleasure, but is meant to serve the Lord. Still higher it is Bhagavan's Prakriti we should worship. That is why in Hindu Vedic Dharma, we literally worship mountain, rishi, rivers, and trees, etc. Now what are we doing with this Prakriti? Exploiting. From different angle, only Rama could get Sita Ji. Suppose Sita Ji stand for Mukti, Who will get mukti? People filled with desire, ambition, no Guru Bhakti will they get. You found here Ramchandraji, simple person with Guru Bhakti, no evil tendencies. Such a person only can gain mukti. So this wedding between Ram and Sita ji is ever new, ever fresh. That is why how many times we celebrate that, it gives the same joy all the time. Ordinary wedding celebration cannot be like this. These stories are beautiful. How many Raja Ram stories are there? But they are not as beautiful as Ram Sita story. Dhanush breaking is very interesting. Bhav means samsar. Only when we break the bondage of samsar, you get liberation, mukti. This is the Balakant in which you see the dharma, duties, contact, etc. of a young son in brief. After this begins Ayodhya Kant. Once you get married, different challenges come there. How to meet with those challenges is seen in the Ayodhya Kant. We can stop here today. Afternoon we will see Ayodhya Kant. So they all reached Ayodhya. You can chant Veeramarti.
वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति अति धीरमारुति धीरमारुति अति धीरमारुति गीतमारुति संगीतमारुति गीतमारुति संगीतमारुति दूतमारुति रामदूतमारुति दूतमारुति रामदूतमारुति भक्तमारुति परमभक्तमारुति भक्तमारुति परमभक्तमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति अति धीरमारुति धीरमारुति अति धीरमारुति गीतमारुति संगीतमारुति गीतमारुति संगीतमारुति दूतमारुति रामदूतमारुति दूतमारुति रामदूतमारुति भक्तमारुति परमभक्तमारुति भक्तमारुति परमभक्तमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om